Hey there, M here. Welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. Last time, the worst thing that could possibly happen happened. Sakura's dead. The best character in the game, the character that I liked the most out of everyone here, is dead. And I'm not happy. Probably because this means Byakuya is still alive. Unless he's the one who killed Sakura, then in that case he's not going to be alive for much longer. I don't know, I feel like that's the best case scenario because I despise Byakuya. But in this episode, I'm going to do the trial, and usually the trial's the last thing I record in these things, but today it's gonna be the first thing I record. Yay! Also, if you notice the music's quieter, it's because I lowered the music volume, because something I noticed throughout the trials was that I could not hear the characters that well. It's like, oh, well, I know what they're saying because of the subtitles, but I don't know what they're actually, I can't really hear their voice, you know? So the music's been lowered. Anyway, enough of my blathering, let's get on to this. Let's avenge Sakura. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then, hi. The ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery! What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive! That's not how it works.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes,
For
indeed.
example, do you have 100 friends? Well, that just makes you sound like you're really lonely and desperately need friends. He's right. That does make it seem sad. Dude, quit flip-flopping your opinions on this. It's creepy when you do something that sounds bad, but then throw in a haha kind of face. But when he does something nice and throws an Alright, maybe you have a point, but anyway.
Can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. How do you do that kind of face? I'll see you all down there! I don't know. I'm just going along with it. What the hell was that? I'm inclined to agree with you on this one. I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys! How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? If I remember right, someone left your name at the scene written in blood.
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura, who shouldn't have been frickin' murdered in the first place. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? Suppose so. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. Why though? I mean, I see this as moving closer to the goal, which is avenging Sakura. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. Yeah, I'm sure it won't be silent for long. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. Okay, I understand why, but every time you make this elevator descent sound like a very bad thing. I mean, it is a very bad thing, but he seems to bring it up without fail in some sort of way. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower and lower into the abyss, and as suddenly as always, it stopped. The ride was over. The doors opened once again. What's the room look like? What? Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? Why do we look like we're in a pharaoh's tomb? We gonna settle this with a card gang? I'm down with that. That's so few! You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault that we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or our school life come to an end completely!
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. We're about to get into one hell of a shadow game, guys. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. Deadly everything. Everything is deadly! And on to the class trial and save it. Oh, right, because you can save at any time by getting to the system menu. Right, time to study. Study. Okay, so I just realized something while I was studying these. One piece of evidence, which I believe is over here, maybe? Where did it say that Sakura had no blood on her? Okay, so according to Kyoko, there was no blood found on her hands. But the dying message, it would have to be assumed that someone used their finger to do so. There was no blood on Sakura's fingers. Unless somebody took their sweet time wiping the blood off of Sakura, she couldn't have written this message. So who did? Okay, I can put what's cool and composed to do. And yeah, I kind of just realized that a couple episodes ago I said cool and compromised. Studies your aim a little. Actually, that would be good. Means less wobbliness. Okay, why did I say less wobbliness? Point is, that'd be good to have. And I think I got vocabulary as well. Vocabulary, what's this do? Also handiwork, I should probably equip that. Oh. Increase bullet capacity, effect during the bullet time battle. It might be better to put in handiwork. I'd like to equip breathing technique, but it's too much SP. I'll have to farm for more SP later. Okay, I've done everything I could. I've equipped skills. I've looked at the handbook. I think it's time to get this class trial over with. Time to start the trial. All rise!
Let's begin with a bit. If you
All
can
right.
fit in, I'll punish. Now then, where to begin?
With the fact that this is freaking awful.
We already know who did it.
Who?
Whoa, deja vu.
Yeah, didn't Aoi say the exact same thing? Who do you think did it?
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
It could be one of them, yeah.
Idiot.
You shut up!
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know if she had anything to do with it. There's still Jill to be concerned about. I mean, I don't know. How did Jill feel about Sakura? Considering that she was pretty okay with her and Aoi, who knows? Jill could have hurt Sakura as well.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
You're not helping your case, Yasuhiro.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Here we go again with the, not the bullet time battle, but the make your argument thing. Okay, what do I gotta disprove? Okay, Aoi's account. What was her account? Shit. I forgot her account already.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
Do you have proof to back it up?
What reason do you have for saying so?
Yeah.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Alright, let's see what Makoto's got to say. Some concrete reason why Hina suspects those three specifically. I'm sure she's mentioned it before. Okay,
It was one
okay.
of you.
I think I need to disprove something now.
One of you
Hiro
killed
said.
Sakura.
That's the only reason you have her.
Yeah, you're gonna want to listen to Aoi for this one, Yasuhiro. Cause she's probably got a lot to say.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died.
That's true.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Oh, here we go again. That didn't last too long. Alright, so what is it this time? Pocket trash! Oh, Yasuhiro! This has to do with you.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but
But what?
I never went to see her.
Alright.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
Aha! Nice try, but what's that say about the pocket trash, huh? Exact same pattern as that candy Aoi gave to Sakura.
Hiro, When we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Sakura had the same kind of candy, according to Aoi. Plus, there was a wrapper at the crime scene.
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
You'd better start explaining, Yasuhiro.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
Is that candy that good for you to take them all?
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura. It's the only explanation.
Let's let Yasuhiro speak.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
What?
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
I really hope you're not lying, man. But what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is... No. Hiro didn't get it from Hina. I guess Sakura... I guess that... Okay.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it.
You could just tell the truth, man!
I mean, what I meant was,
Well? Come on.
Oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, Aoi's gonna say that you killed her now. Almost said him. Whoops. Now I'm doing what Taka did a few episodes ago.
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Oh boy.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
What's your proof?
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Shining message? What would a shining message even be? I assume you mean the dying message.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
Except Sakura's hands were clean. They didn't have blood on them. So she couldn't have wrote it. Unless, again, someone went out of their way to clean up her hands. Which I kinda doubt.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Guys, calm down.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
Yeah, but you were kicked out of the room pretty quickly. Only Byakuya was allowed to stay in. You and Toko were kicked out because you guys weren't fans of Sakura.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Right.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
So when did you see it, Hiro? Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was... When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was... on the magazine shelf?
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
I don't like the red X on Sakura's face. She should still be here, damn it.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense?
Not really.
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Dude, if you just think clearly, you'll see why it doesn't make sense. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Here we go again with another debate. Is it gonna be Kyoko's account? Oh, okay, magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Okay.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
You weren't there.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Uh-huh. He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at that time, where was the magazine? It was still on the magazine shelf.
Ogre's body was discovered.
Is this it? Yes!
No, that's wrong.
Yay! I got it! That felt good.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Well, want to explain yourself?
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
Because right now you're looking like the prime suspect. See, this is what I mean. The freaking comedy relief guy usually dies pretty soon into these things.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
What?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Neither do I.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Exactly, because her hands were clean.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Okay, sure, Mr. 20% accuracy rate. Without a doubt? No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Wait, what's going on here? Moment of truth! Oh shit!
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
You'll see.
Show me the proof.
Because Kyoko's got proof that her hands were clean.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Did you write that message, Hiro? Seriously, you're gonna pull a Byakuya on us?
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah.
Well?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
So you tried to frame Toko. Sheesh, you really are as bad as Byakuya. Okay, maybe not as bad as Byakuya, but, that's not cool, man. Messing with the crime scene.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Really? You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
Shut up, Byakuya, you're not helping.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then...
What'd you do?
I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Wow. I said that I swear to God, if anybody hurt Sakura, you're on my shit list, Yasuhiro.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
Wait a minute. Didn't someone say that she got hit in the head twice?
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
Good question.
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain.
What?
And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What would he have had to do after writing the message? It doesn't make sense. Oh crap, why he picked Toko? Why was the magazine hidden?
I got it!
Okay, good.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well,
Well,
I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
did you?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I just realized that my stomach's rumbling, so I should have eaten something before I started recording. I'm worried that's gonna pick up on the mic and that's gonna be embarrassing.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice. Toko wouldn't have liked it.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
Could we at least figure out this out first?
Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
Toko, you're not helping your case right now.
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We gonna have another debate? We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Here we go again. Dance. Dance to the snazzy music. Oh, dear. Oh, status of Sakura's body, maybe. Because it said that she got hit twice in the
I
head,
didn't want
right?
to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Oh, that's the clue!
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer.
Hold on. Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure. But this doesn't end there. There's something that proves that. The wounds on her head.
Just once.
Let's see. There! Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Good thing I switched. If I tried that with the status of Sakura's body, then I would have lost a heart, and I want to try to stay as healthy as
If
possible.
Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Yeah, that's true.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
I find it weird that you're smiling about that.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
Well, simple. Someone else visited her. Right, Toko?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
Oh, if it's 2 bottles, then Makoto might have collected shards from one of the other bottles, and that would have made it heavier, right?
There's
2 of them
something
missing.
very suspicious about those bottles.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I don't know if I noticed it before. I haven't edited the next episode yet, the one where Sakura actually dies, but I don't know if I noted it there. But yeah, there are 2 bottles missing, it looks like.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Well, for one thing, it looks like there'd be 6 on there originally, and 2, I think it's got to do with the weighing thing that was done earlier.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
They're all holding chess pieces, they're all red. The correlation between the Monokuma bottles. I think it's starting to become clear. That connection must be, it's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Gotta have chess pieces. So do I have to spell out chess? I hope so, because I don't know any others. Oh no! Okay, chess something. C. Okay, chess is E. S. Chess, piece! Chess piece! P-I-E, where's the E? E. C. Oh, whoops, E! That was an accident. I didn't realize the C was already there.
Now I understand.
Whoops. I done goofed at not the debate, but here.
That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the
Knight?
if I remember.
Yeah, so the queen's missing, I guess.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with chess either. I just know some of the piece names and that's it.
In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
Yeah, and the queen looks like
What
it's
was
missing.
left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Yep.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while 1 apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
It's gotta do with the bottles, Toko.
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Never played shogi, so I don't really have an opinion on that.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
Eh.
So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was probably broken.
I got it!
Yay.
The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Right, the weighing thing.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is, Kyoko and I figured it out before. Alright, where is it? Where is that thing? The weighing thing. That ought to prove it, right? I sure hope so, because I don't know what else will.
I got it!
Okay, yay! Full health!
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is
Quite simple.
there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
And those 2 were broken over Sakura's head, and I am not too happy with that.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by some bullying aficionados. Sakura's second attacker.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle.
Yeah, so who did it? Oh wait, probably Toko. What am I saying?
Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Yeah, Toko, care to explain yourself?
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Yeah, there's still the matter of the locker.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Oh, here we go.
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
I'm not inclined to believe you, Yasuhiro.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
What'd you remember?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It's probably not going to be all that important in the end anyway.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Oh, I think I know what happened.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Yeah, Yasuhiro, you should have shared that a lot sooner.
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Okay, that's reasonable. I'll give you that.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
Yakuya, I'm not even gonna say anything about that.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Well, if you want to prove your innocence, then do something about it instead of calling us names. No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. Wait, what? There's a new element? This late? Okay. So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose between the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. Oh, great. You'll select it the same way during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key or use the mouse wheel. Why does it say nor use the mouse wheel? That implies that you shouldn't do that. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! I'm halfway! Oh dear God, and I'm like, this is like episode 22! Oh dear. Well then, good luck and have fun. Get some hair out of my face. This is the problem when you have long hair at times. You just get stuck in your face and whatnot. Okay, but I think I know what I need. Wait, I don't need that. I need the mouse button. I need tab key. Okay, I'm ready to go.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you.
Keep cursing all you want. It's not gonna do you any good. Okay.
That's enough!
Locker handprint, go!
Prove it.
Okay. That looks ridiculous in the thing.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
Pretty dusty, by the way. Someone ought to clean that up.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
I hate to say it, but I'm kinda inclined to agree with Byakuya on this. Please, Toko, just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Wait, did you only say that because Byakuya said it?
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
It's because of Byakuya, isn't it?
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Sheesh, Byakuya's well aware of your little, crush on him, so he's using it to his advantage. When are you gonna realize that there are better people out there than Byakuya?
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Well,
Talk. Now.
thanks, Byakuya.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Wow, these last few characters are a likable bunch, aren't they?
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Not now, Byakuya. I mean, thank you for helping us get Toko to talk, but name calling is not gonna help right now.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
Probably because she heard Hiro and assumed, oh shit, I gotta kill her or some shit.
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Oh!
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
That is so badass! Why did she have to die? We could have had badass faces like this! Oh my god!
I saw all that blood. I fainted right there in front of the magazines.
Oh, so then it wasn't Toko that hit her then, probably.
I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Here we go. Her? You mean... Here we go, buddy boys. Jill's in the house.
Guess who's back?
Put your scissors away. Now's not the time.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
I know Toko deserves better, but I don't know what to say about you.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on.
Interesting.
But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Oh, is it the face? Yeah.
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that.
I love that face so fucking much.
And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
Okay, I hate to say it, but that's probably a reasonable response.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible.
I know, Aoi, it was terrible, but a reaction like that's reasonable. I mean, you're asleep. Imagine if the same thing happened to you. You were asleep, and then this person covered in blood wakes you up, and you're like, you probably would grab the first thing and smack him upside the head with it. I mean, I don't like it either, but it makes sense.
No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Did she just say she's gonna kill Byakuya? I'm all for that. Fuck Byakuya. Fuck him to death! Not literally fuck him to death, just fuck him.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Wow, I can't believe what I just said now that I think about it. I just actually wish for Byakuya to die. I guess that says a lot about how much I hate him if I wish for him to die. Usually I don't go that far, even for characters I do hate. It's just, I don't like you. Just get out of my face. No, Byakuya I want to see die!
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me.
Well, that's not surprising. You are a serial killer.
Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna burst, like blow a freaking gasket. Considering there's a mark right there, I think Hina's about to go berserk.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Wait, this doesn't explain the poison stuff now that I think about it.
No, not quite yet.
And I think Byakuya's about to bring it up too.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
What was the odd thing? I didn't notice it.
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... somebody. Alright, what are my choices this time, assuming I have choices? Wait, yellow powder. There was yellow powder on her shoe. Wait, which yellow powder is it talking about? The one on her shoe or the one on the floor?
I was just sleeping peacefully.
Right?
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me.
That's
I
true.
remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were
Right?
taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Wait. So if the second shot from Toko is what killed Sakura, then the problem is, where did Sakura die? It was not in front of the shelf.
And all of us, I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Wait, what? Oh, wait, there!
No,
I thought,
it's wrong.
I was like, wait, what? Did that not count? But the thing didn't turn red, so it made me go, oh, the freaking words blocked it.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Right, unless someone picked her up and put her there, but I doubt anybody can do that now.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Didn't you? You were there! You knew where Sakura's body is!
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves that there was an attack on front of the magazine shelf. The magazine shelf bloodstain?
I got it!
Okay,
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The bloodstain by the magazines is proof of that.
oh, I thought that was where she puked.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
And how much do those weigh?
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
And there's the whole matter about the poison.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
But the door was open when we found Sakura. She wasn't hiding in there.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
Someone would have seen her walking out if that was the case. Plus, again, the door was open.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because... I saw it for myself.
I got it!
Okay.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
Yeah, it was wide open.
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
That and it seems Toko/Jill is gonna tell the truth anytime Byakuya goes, hey, tell the truth already, because they're so enamored with him. Once again, those two can find someone better. Toko can at least, but Jill, I don't know.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
The poison. We still haven't talked about the poison.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's gotta do with the poison, I think, because there was like poison. Ah, jeez. The yellow. It's gotta be the yellow powder, right?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
I'm gonna try it.
Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No? Shit. Come on, Makoto! Don't climb up now!
I can't think of
Okay, let's try it! Okay.
No!
The file actually proved useful for once. Usually that's used to be a replacement for something to capture or whatever it
According
is.
to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
I don't think that much blood would be coming out from that.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
That too.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You checked in her mouth?
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Stop it, Jill.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
All right, let's hear it.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone, quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
You shut up! I'll say whatever I want to say.
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Yeah, and I checked there, and there was that yellow powder on the ground with a broken bottle right by it that came from the poison shelf, along with footsteps by the A shelf.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
You found that in the A shelf, right?
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements, I'm positive. He found it in Section A.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Still, we found that thing in Section A.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
What? I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
What? We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever. I want this to backfire on him so bad, but it probably won't.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Sheesh, chill. I thought you wanted to kill him. Why are you so concerned about him?
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Wait, high quality.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Are you
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
You mean someone swapped out the protein drink with the poison?
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped down a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched the finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Oh no. There's only one place I can think of that it did go. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been... Could it be? Oh god, another Hangman's Gambit! Oh, that's a protein Zymex? No, it was a protein drink. So T. Where's the T? T. E. I need an E. N. Protein drink. D-R-I. N. One more N. There we go.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene? A protein drink. Well,
You're
okay.
saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Really? Who?
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The footprints? The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be... It must be what we found in front of the shelf. Yeah, the footprints. Where is it? Where is it? The footprints in the powder?
I got it!
Okay, good.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Wait, though. There's still the matter of that powder being on Sakura's shoe. How'd it
And
get
given how
there?
clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
Wait, what?
It was me.
What?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
But why?
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are... Makoto and Hina?
I got it!
Wait, you wear sneakers?
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
But that doesn't explain the powder on Sakura's foot, does it? Unless Aoi put that there.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
You're not gonna say anything?
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, It just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it!
What, Kyoko?
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
Will you let Kyoko finish?
Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
Wait for Kyoko to finish.
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
Mr. Oh, I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna keep talking. Let Kyoko speak!
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Right, the locked door.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yeah, that. I said locked door, but I'm gonna be technical. The door was locked. It was just barricaded, not actually locked. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Yeah, it could mean that Albie's lying to get us all killed.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
Well, she's not explaining the locked room thing, so that does cause some of that suspicion to go from she murdered Sakura to she didn't murder Sakura, you know? I don't know why I worded it that way.
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
That's still not explaining the locked room thing.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail?
I think we're about to go into another debate.
Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Because if we keep this up, you're gonna get us all killed.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Okay, maybe we're not going into a debate.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
Wait, I don't think that's the same poison, was it?
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
Yeah, I think there's a contradiction in there somewhere.
First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Well, she said she opened the bottle. She dropped the open bottle, but Byakuya had the bottle of what was once the C9 poison on hand. So that couldn't have been the bottle she dropped, so something's amiss there. How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Because as I've said, we gotta be 100% sure, because otherwise we're all dead. Footprints in the powder, chem lab shelf, source of the powder. Did they leave this on me, or is it supposed to be a hard trial?
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Alright.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Until we figure this out, Byakuya. In the chem lab, where were the footprints, and what direction were they facing? Those facts clearly contradict what Hina just told us. Wait, what? So the footprints?
First I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Wait a minute, I think I got it.
I moved from Section
Hold up!
No, that's wrong.
There were only footprints in front of Section A!
You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
She was trying to get us killed.
If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
You can't explain that, can you?
What the hell? What's going on here?
I like that you're all nervous now. I think that's the first time I've seen that face. I am pretty happy to see it.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Wait, you have new evidence?
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Why was there a piece of glass in that thing?
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I don't know it. The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something this same shade of blue. The rec room window?
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
Wait. How did that end up there then?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, it should be in section A of the shelf?
I got it!
Okay, good.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Yeah, that's right. Squirm, you asshole.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
What?
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
You're sure being awfully panicky for this.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
If it turns out you were the murderer, Byakuya, I'm gonna be so happy because that means you're gonna be dead.
How can you know what I don't know?
Oh, I see. You're freaking out because someone knows more than you do. Is that it? Oh, good. You're gonna have a humbling experience, I hope. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. It was sitting on top of the glass. That'd be one way to go about it. It's supposed to be empty protein drink that I shoot at them then. Oh, what am I saying?
When it comes
whoops.
to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before.
Ha, seeing Byakuya break down his music to my ears.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Did you do it, Byakuya? Did you do it?
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Oh.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, That's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
So if that's right, then that means Sakura committed suicide.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Uh-oh.
Then tell us already! Sorry. Please, tell us.
Oh? Did you get humbled? Is that it? That brings me joy.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
Have you not been paying attention, Yasuhiro?
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been... It was Sakura, wasn't it?
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying!
Oh boy.
Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it! Oh, I suspect another bullet time battle coming in. Oh, yep, here we go. Pop, 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 pop.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar!
Okay. Do I have to...
Do you have any kind of proof?
This should prove it.
Yellow powder on her shoes, plus the yellow powder in the shelf area.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison!
Owie, stop. It wasn't you.
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
You're only saying that so you can get the rest of us killed. The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Who else could it have been but Sakura herself?
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Man.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Do you believe you can touch the sky?
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
Great, it seems like everybody's tampering with the crime scene at this point.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door, because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Ah! Ogre! Oh, so she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Yeah, that is pretty true.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
How much do I have to do another bullet time battle with you?
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta do the comic thing. Okay, so let's see. What's the first clue? Sakura wanted to talk to Hiro, Toko, and one other person. I want to look at these things real quick. I'll just put that there. Toko got to the rec room and hid somewhere. Okay, considering that she looks sweaty on that panel, I'm guessing it's that one, because that's a bit too small to see. So I assume it's that. Next up is Hiro meeting up with Sakura. Sakura gave him candy. He freaks out, he grabs one of the bottles. What was in the Monokuma bottle that Sakura was hit with? It was the night. It's not that, it's the night. What did Hiro do to try to cover up the murder he thought he'd committed? Okay, that was Toko. Then he ran away. She freaked out. At that point, Toko, who was in the locker, left. She saw the note. She tried putting it back. What did she do with that magazine that had the dying message written on it? She put it back on the shelf. Gonna watch these real carefully. Sakura woke up, looked like a badass for a moment. Toko passed out, then Jill woke up, and she decided to smack her upside the head with a queen bottle. What was in the bottle? Okay. She thought Sakura was killed, so she tried to clean up to the best of her abilities and ran away like the frickin' Roadrunner. Sakura was probably not happy. What actually killed Sakura came from the chem lab, right? It was the poison. I'm gonna look through these again. There's not too many pieces this time around. Okay, Kyoko and Makoto found her. Realized she was dead. There's Aoi, presumably. There was something on the floor near Sakura's body which someone grabbed. Which was the bottle. What was it that they switched with the bottle of poison and left it on the rec room floor? Presumably this thing. Now, one more time, I'm gonna look over these to make sure they're accurate because I don't want to lose any health. And then I'm going to reenact. So one moment while this takes forever to reach the beginning. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, maybe that's supposed to go in here. Because it does look like someone who's about to enter a locker. And that'll probably be her trying to get out. Maybe. I might have just messed that up. Okay, I think I've done enough. Let's see if I'm right. If not, I'm gonna lose a bit of health.
Here's exactly
But at
what
least I know what I messed up on. Hopefully.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Why does Byakuya look so deranged in this?
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Okay, let's see if this one's right. Okay, good.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Good thing I switched then. That would have sucked.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name.
But because Sakura's hands were clean, well...
Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes.
And looked like a total badass doing so.
She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Yeah, thanks, Dowie.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Yeah, thanks for nearly getting all of us killed, by the way.
That's the full truth of the case.
You know, it figures that this chapter would be the one where I would lose respect for 2 more characters.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because he gets to one-up your ass, that's why.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
And feelings. Don't forget feelings.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Well? Got nothing more to say, Byakuya? Good. Now sit your ass down while the rest of this plays out. Bop, 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 bop. Hey, how many Monokuma tokens? Oh, 101, same as last time, I do believe.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
Heh.
I can feel my energy draining out of me.
I probably would have forgot just to spite you, but then again, you probably would have killed me if I tried that, so...
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well, don't you look so miserable. I think a good chunk of us are feeling miserable because Sakura is dead and there's nothing that anyone can do to fix that. Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire
Okay, we're done here.
existence.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there!
What is this?
Because... That's exactly what I wanted! What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been
I
the
couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's... I don't know what to think about that. At first that was some serious black and white thinking there, but I don't know if that qualifies. That's kind of messed up.
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran after her and... Sakura, calm down! You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine! I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't
my
forgive
closest
this.
friend got hurt! Sakura!
I...
Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Oh. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it! If they all gang up on you at once, even you! Hina, please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Oh, Sakura. Sakura! She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet... You trampled all over her feelings. And then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
what are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding! She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say! Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her! Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here. I'll help you out. Hina,
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Oh God, she even sounds like she's dying here.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder, and that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura! So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Please! Open the door!
Why?
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 Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina, we killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live! And that's why you tried to lead us all astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets, but even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died? What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, 'cause her and me.
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. You took her last testament and replaced it with that. Did I falsify evidence? In a way, yes. Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? You almost did because Aoi tried to get us all killed based on your note. The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut!
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna
I'm
do?
glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place? Get on with it!
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies. The same can be said that for everyone else that's died.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go. Ahem. I'm gonna read this in Sakura's voice. I'm not giving this guy the satisfaction. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
Sakura, That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Aoi and Makoto didn't hate her. Yasuhiro, Toko, and Byakuya hated her. I don't know about Kyoko. I sure as fuck didn't hate her after that. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic. Or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with me just accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then, Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please, don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Aoi, this is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all! In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one! She deserves all the blame! Everyone blame her! Go ahead, she deserves it! No. Boo, boo, boo. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. Oh, that's so very fucking true. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
What?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Blah! Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else! What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go! But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other! He's absolutely right about that. Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? He did say he was gonna kill you once it was all over, though. This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's
myself.
no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. But Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Well, judging by the way you're sweating, I'd like to think otherwise. Wherever Master goes, I go! And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire! Everyone!
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring! But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time! If you punish her corpse, I swear to fucking God! Oh, wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead! You're not gonna... Is it me? Oh, heavens no! Just cause the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the Bear Times 1 rule. But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Is he gonna desecrate Sakura's corpse or... Oh no! Not Alter Ego! No. He found Alter Ego. I don't like this one bit. Excavator Destroyer. I saw that face! Did Alter Ego feel that? He killed Alter Ego. He found Alter Ego. Oh, that's just wonderful. The last piece of Chihiro is gone. You! You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk!
Phew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
First Sakura and now alter ego! I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with the laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with the basketball?
Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend! And you killed him!
Is this what you call animism? Where our soul dwells within all things? Even, like, laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop. And I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew? And you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data on that laptop, it was... I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Boo. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very...
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
Oh, tell me about it. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well...
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What? Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a little more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Boo. Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What? A clue? I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit?
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
That's the whole point, stupid! It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve! Fine, but at least Sakura's note.
Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it!
But...
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser! Wait, what's this?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note!
And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it!
Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you?
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
I hate you.
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Boo, boo, boo. Think about that. Think long and hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over. What did you do? What did you do to my body?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? That's a good question. I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? Doing that to 15 students seems like it would take up a lot of time, though. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff. So it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it! I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that!
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there, other than to head back up? Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up! Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try.
That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
no.
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master! But what are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here! Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball? Well, you are a bit of a sleaze and an asshole.
What the heck?
That's right! I called you a sleazeball! 'Cause you are! Sleazeball!
See.
Apparently, you still have a death wish.
Oh, more biting sarcasm! No wonder you don't have any friends!
No.
Hey, stop fighting with Master! You're making me jealous! I want the abuse give and take! Me!
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. That was wonderful. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I had fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Is it Monokuma again? Oh, Kyoko? How'd you get in here?
yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
Wait, are you sleeping in your, hoodie? That sounds a bit, uncomfortable.
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
How'd you get in? In a flash, I was wide awake. But what are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey.
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. But what time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Okay, I think I'm gonna cut it here because I think I'm over 2 hours into this. So thank you so much for watching. Next time, I'm gonna see what Kyoko wants. But until then, I hope you have a good morning, day, or night, wherever you are, and I'll see you later. Bye.